Cultivating prana, protecting our prana, is a vital component of spiritual growth. Understanding how to gauge where our prana is at and when we are imbalanced is an important thing to understand about ourselves. Because our life really isn't about the form that we see, it is about the part of us that we can't see, our astral body, our pranic body, and what's going on there, in ourselves and in others that we are engaging. Because these are the things that are really affecting us, is the aura and the prana and the astral bodies of others and ourselves and who we are coming in contact with. Our prana is an important component of our personal power, how effective we can be in this world, how much confidence and perseverance can we have in this world. The idea of magic or witchcraft is dependent upon the understanding that nothing is solid, that solid forms are actually manipulated by the subtle realm, the realm of prana. The astral realm is where everything is happening. So when we master our prana and understand the flows and the ups and downs and how they affect our prana, we then master the ability to manifest creatively in our lives and understand that our fears are making our reality and affecting our prana. The food we eat, who makes the food we eat, the conditions in which we are eating affects our prana, because the prana is what builds our body. We gain prana from food, we gain prana from the sun, we gain prana from breath, we gain prana from engaging in spiritual activity. In order to have the prana balanced and our nervous system soothed as it needs to be for the energy to rise, we also need to keep our ojas, our base security from which that prana is rising, full. We do that through devotional practices, through a consistent routine, through certain dietary habits. So it's really a magical equation of balancing ourselves and understanding that we are not as solid as it seems, and that this Kundalini energy is the energy of witchcraft. Witchcraft is simply engaging the qualities of the moon and the times of the month when the moon is active and activating certain parts of our life, and how we can get into that portal and affect situations and have more power over the outcome. It's just like a spiritual awakening. When the Kundalini energy is awakened, we need to know how to ride it and when to rise and when to let it fall and when to move in and when to move out. It is a subtle attunement to Mother Nature, which is also in our body in form of the elements. So we are the embodiment of Mother Nature. The Kundalini energy is the fire of Mother Nature. The moon is the embodiment of the subtle water realm of Mother Nature. And since we are made mostly of water, the mantras, the incantations, the words, the thoughts, the environment are all affecting what and who we are because of how that water is affected. And so in the different phases of the moon and through the different signs of the moon, things happen. The moon triggers things in our astrological charts and in the world in general. When we understand our moon and how our moon is being affected by the transit of the moon, that's the magical equation for how to manifest in our lives, or for how to predict an outcome, the likely outcome. This is what witchcraft is. It has nothing to do with the devil. It has to do with understanding the ocean, the quality of the in and the out, the quality of the moon and the water in our body, and how it's changeable, and how we have the power to have an effect. However, there's also the power of surrender and letting go. So when we want to manifest something in our lives, but we want it so bad that we become obsessed with it, we actually push it away. So the key is to have such confidence, surrender, and trust in the divine that we feel we would like this in our lives. And we do what we need to do, and we manifest to the best of our ability. And then the key is we let go. We put that message out that we need or we want this thing, and then we let go. And we do what we need to do without the obsessive energy around it, without the clinging energy around it. And we keep pulling back emotionally and remaining detached in that space of surrender to the will of God That is the key. And our aim will perfectly manifest if it is right for us. That is the attitude we need to have. And that is how we become co-creators with Mother Nature, working through our body from within our body to affect the world outside of our body. The Kundalini energy is like the scepter. It has the power to create change. And when we master its ability to change us, and when we get into the groove of how we can work and communicate with those parts of us that are sending us the messages for change that we often resist, but when we start adapting and surrendering and doing the work we need to do to change, then this energy is ours more likely for the harnessing in order to see the work in our own lives of the power we actually have, of who we actually are, which is that we are one with the creative power of God. And it takes time, and it takes a lot of self-acceptance and self-awareness to step into the space of co-creator. And it takes a lot of humility to understand that we have a long way to go, and at the same time, we are perfectly at one where we are at right now, so no reason to push things away in ourselves or hide things from ourselves or berate ourselves for not being where we think we should be, because that's the trick. We are exactly where we should be. And every breath is a new opportunity to take the step forward into self-acceptance, also known as self-mastery. Keep accepting yourself. Keep opening up. Notice when you're pushing away. Absorb the moon. Understand your astrological moon and the planets affecting your moon, and see where you fit into the scheme of things, and understand what's right for you at this time, because it is about time, understanding time, and the moon measures time. The moon measures everything. The moon absorbs everything, and the moon transforms everything. So, witchcraft and the Kundalini are the same thing. The magic is alive within us. And when we have that energy and we don't do the work we need to do, it turns dark, because the power is alivening the darkness and just giving it a lot of strength. And it's going crazy when it doesn't need to. But when we keep ourselves channeled and contained and allow the feelings to be and not react, we rise the light. We raise in the light. We become the light, and our words become things. The power of the spoken word, Vak Siddhi, is the power of the throat chakra. When you speak, you manifest. Your words contain the power. But when we go off gossiping, talking, chattering all the time, lying, all these things, when we use our prana up through needless talking, or lying or gossiping, we take away our own power of the voice. The voice is important to chant with, to do mantras with, because it gives us the power. The word was God. The word is God. The word creates. The thought becomes the word. We are the one generating the thought. What quality energy are we to generate such a thought? We are not our thoughts, but that mental body we have is our responsibility, and how we deal with it is our responsibility. And it's affecting our emotions, and our emotions are backing up the thoughts and the words. And you can see in your life what you've been creating, because this is the witchcraft, this is the magic. Everyone's doing it, and everyone's in denial, thinking it's from the devil. Christians are doing witchcraft because our thoughts become things. Everyone is doing it because that's the power that we have as human beings, that we are the creators of our reality, and we are the makers of our divinity.